Hello! I have tried a lot of pads this year and some are still waiting for their turn. However, it's getting close to the end of the year and I like to talk about 5 pads that I've enjoyed and can safely recommend for purchase. This top 5 will be unseated and the order will be determined by speed. We will start with the slowest pad and end with the fastest. This top 5 will include a budget option and even a glass one. So let's get started. And the first pad from Mark and LaOnda store that pleasantly surprised me is Rizz. The slowest pad I've ever tried. If you are a fan of tag shooters and very high control, you should check out the Rizz. Very high quality and nice material, not affected by moisture. There is a more detailed review on this pad on my channel, so I recommend taking a look. Second in order, but not in importance, is the pad that always sold out, the Saturn Pro from Little Gaming Gear. I would call it the benchmark of an average pad by any measure. Perfectly balanced glide, initial friction and dynamic friction are also absolutely average. If the International Bureau of Weights and Measures wanted to find a benchmark for an average pad, it would definitely be the Saturn Pro. Genuine pour-on base, large selection of sizes, including my favorite 50 by 50 centimeters, and great red color. Not affected by humidity. If you like to see a separate review for this pad, feel free to post it in the comments. Next I want to mention this year Discovery Memoria Pro from a young company called Superbeings Lab. Their product came out really interesting, unique packaging, great azure color, surface is a bit faster than the Saturn Pro, closest in speed to the Artisan Zero, but it doesn't collect all the dust and hair from your room. The quality is also on a very high level. There is also a more detailed review of this pad on my channel, so I recommend checking out if you're interested. Next up is a dark horse from China, the king of AliExpress, a pad that only costs about 12 bucks. But it's better than many more expensive pads. It's PK Control 1. And don't let the word control in the name fool you. This is a pretty fast hybrid pad. It is comparable in speed to similar hybrid pads like the Venus Pro, High-End or Freefall SV base. Of course, for the money it has a regular rubber base and a fairly small size. But if that doesn't scare you off and you're looking for an inexpensive pad, this is one of the best you can buy right now on AliExpress. And rounding out the top 5 is the only glass pad on this list, the friendliest pad for anyone new to glass, the Padsmith Empress. What makes this pad unique is the very interesting surface that offers more control than regular glass pads, especially when paired with the X-ray pad Obsidian skates or dots. Sure, it's still pretty fast, but not as blazingly fast as other glass pads. It's a bit rougher, so if your hands don't get too sweaty, it can be used without a full sleeve. It has a full rubber base, a rather larger size of 49 by 42 centimeters, and very reasonable price, around $80. And of course, the great design by artist Conradi. So that's my personal top 5 mousepads for November 2023. Share in the comments below what your personal top pads. It will be interesting to chat with you. Thanks for your attention. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye.